Cut out the middleman. It's one of the best ways to save money. That's the idea behind the EE Harrier budget 4G smartphone. By getting rid of that Sony, Samsung, or whatever label, carrier-tied phones such as this can get you the most features for the fairest sums of cash. After all, it's not as if we're going to see Iron Man pick up one of these budget mobiles on his next billion-dollar movie. There's Kevin Bacon for that. EE is not spending millions marketing this handset. Cutting out the big brand and the marketing guff means you can get a 5.2-inch 1080p screen on a decent £16.99 per month contract. That's not much more than you pay per month for a similar SIM-free deal. So is the Harrier a sweet deal, or is it soured by not quite having the day-to-day performance you might hope for from a phone with pretty amazing core specs for the price? Design. We've made some noise about how EE has cut out the middleman, but EE itself doesn't make this phone. Kista does. We don't blame you if you have no idea who that is, but it's the parent company of BenQ, a Chinese giant that has been making phones for years now. And it's no doubt a good deal cheaper to get Kista to make you a phone than, say, Sony. EE has done its best to avoid the grey rectangle effect we normally get with these sort of no-brand devices by giving the Harrier a more distinct style. It shares this with its littler brother the Harrier Mini, even though that phone is made by yet another manufacturing partner. The EE Harrier tries desperately to look more expensive than it is, using a brushed metal effect on its plastic back and a gold ring around the camera lens. It has all the class of an Argos wedding ring, but does the job, avoiding the narcolepsy-inducing design its Vodafone rival the grey-tastic Smart Prime 6 is kind of subject to. The Harrier carries the sort of design you can imagine LG using in a much more expensive phone. The one bit we really don't like, though, is that ultra-shiny mirror effect on the EE logo on the back will be scratched to death within days, revealing the EE Harrier's budgetness before you even set your hawk eyes on the weirdly green-looking gold camera ring above. EE does seem to have put a bit more attention on the look than the day-to-day ergonomics too. With a 5.2-inch screen the EE isn't huge, it's certainly large though, but we'd have preferred to see the power button sit on the right-hand side rather than the left where, for right eyes at least, it'd be handier. When it comes to the specs the EE Harrier pushes things up a notch. Two important points stick out before you even look at the phone. First, it has 4G. Being a budget flag bearer for EE's 4G service is a big part of why the Harrier exists. Second, there's storage. As well as having a micro SD card slot, the Harrier has 16GB onboard storage. No phones from the big brands at this price point offer this much storage space, and it makes dealing with the phone a lot easier, especially if you like your fancy-looking 3D games.